The Paris Agreement is a global effort to combat climate change, and it matters to every single one of us. It's a crucial step towards a sustainable future, and understanding what it's all about is vital for making a difference.
Welcome to Green World.
Climate change is an urgent issue that requires immediate attention. Global temperatures are rising at an alarming rate, causing extreme weather events like hurricanes, wildfires, and droughts to become more frequent and intense.
The consequences are devastating, from melting glaciers to rising sea levels, and it's putting the lives of millions of people at risk. The World Health Organization estimates that between 2030 and 2050, climate change will cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year.
Most countries are struggling to address these issues, as it requires a fundamental transformation of their economies and societies.
The economic burden of climate change is staggering. The cost of natural disasters is projected to reach $1.4 trillion by 2030, and the World Bank estimates that 140 million people will be displaced by 2050 due to rising temperatures.
The impact on biodiversity is also severe, with many species facing extinction due to habitat destruction and climate-related events. The challenges are numerous, and it's clear that no single country can tackle this crisis alone.
The urgency of the situation demands collective action, and that's where the Paris Agreement comes in. It's a binding international treaty aimed at limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius and pursuing efforts to limit it to 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels.
The agreement is based on a concept called nationally determined contributions, where countries voluntarily commit to reducing their greenhouse gas emissions and adapt to the impacts of climate change.
The Paris Agreement has 3 main goals: mitigation, adaptation, and finance. The mitigation goal is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions through a transition to renewable energy sources, increased energy efficiency, and the protection of natural carbon sinks like forests.
The adaptation goal is to enhance the ability of countries to adapt to the impacts of climate change, such as sea level rise, droughts, and extreme weather events. The finance goal is to mobilize $100 billion per year in climate finance for developing countries by 2020.
In 2016, the Paris Agreement was signed by almost 200 countries, marking a historic moment in the global response to climate change. The signing was a significant milestone, as it demonstrated the commitment of nations to work together to address this crisis.
Since then, many countries have made significant commitments to reduce their emissions, including the European Union, China, and India.
A key moment in the agreement's history was when the United States, under the Obama administration, played a crucial role in shaping the agreement and setting ambitious emission reduction targets.
Although the Trump administration later withdrew from the agreement, many U.S. cities, states, and companies continued to commit to the Paris goals, demonstrating the power of collective action.
The Paris Agreement is not just an international treaty. It has real implications for local communities and individuals. It means transition to renewable energy sources, increasing energy efficiency, and protecting natural habitats.
It means creating jobs in the clean energy sector, investing in climate-resilient infrastructure, and promoting sustainable land use practices.
In summary, the Paris Agreement is a vital step towards addressing the climate crisis. It's a call to action for all countries to work together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, adapt to the impacts of climate change, and mobilize climate finance. It's a reminder that we all have a role to play in shaping a sustainable future.
What do you think about the Paris Agreement? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about climate change solutions, be sure to check out our next video.
Thanks for watching!